So, hallo und herzlich willkommen, meine lieben YouTubies. Ja, heute funktioniert das Mikrofon wieder. Ich hatte Mikrofonausfall. Habt ihr sicherlich gemerkt in den letzten beiden Videos. Wobei das eine war nur ein 15 Minuten Video, das andere war eine halbe Stunde. Ich muss mich dazu mal erklären. Also zuerst, wenn euch das Video gefällt, gebt mir wie immer ein Däumchen nach oben, um den Patrick zu loben. Jetzt, yay! Oder aber ihr abonniert und kommentiert, wenn ihr neu dabei seid. So, jetzt kommen wir zum springenden Punkt, warum die Videos gestern ohne Ton waren und warum das Ganze auch relativ kurz war. Vorgestern ist mein kleiner tierischer bester Kumpel eingeschläfert worden, also der kleine Wellensittich, und wir waren alle super traurig und super enttäuscht, und ja, der ist nur knappe 3,5, 4 Jahre alt geworden. Sehr traurig das Ganze, hat mich auch ziemlich stark mitgenommen, aber ich hatte dann Kontakt zu einem Wellensittichzüchter in Bövinghausen bei uns aufgenommen, das ist nicht so weit weg, und der hat handsame Wellensittiche gezüchtet. Oder züchtet die halt auch noch. Und ja, dann habe ich mit meiner Oma gesprochen, kurze Rücksprache. Dem Züchter habe ich dann die Telefonnummer hinterlegt. Und von uns, ja, und der rief dann auch an. Oma hat den überhaupt nicht verstanden. Ich habe den auch nur so vage verstanden. Dann hat er uns die Adresse geschickt, also wo er wohnt. Und dann sind die losgefahren und haben sich halt einen neuen Wellensittich geholt. So. Und deswegen war der erste Stream schon kurz und der zweite, da habe ich das dann zum Abschluss gebracht, den Fall. Also damit sind wir fertig. Wir suchen jetzt nach einem neuen Fall. Und leider muss ich auch dazu sagen, ich habe nachgeschaut. Aal an der Angel. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir es nochmal machen können. Der Gesang der Sirene und Liebesgrüße aus Cordona. Wir versuchen es am Ende des Let's Plays zu machen und schauen dann nach, ob das hinhaut, weil in den kurzen Let's Plays, da triggerte die Mission, die triggerten einfach nicht. Das war doof. So. Dann wollen wir mal den neuen Raum hier.
Ah yes, my mother's studio. She was an authenticator and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Ein zerrissenes Diplom, das ich im Kuriositätenkabinett fand. Jemand hat es absichtlich zerrissen. Nachdem ich es wieder zusammengesetzt hatte, konnte ich es übersetzen. Im Namen der Universität Genf in der Schweiz bestätigen wir, die Rektoratsmitglied der Universität, dass Herr Otto Richter die gesetzlich vorgeschriebenen Prüfungen erfolgreich bestanden hat und verleihen ihm den Titel des Doktors der Medizin mit allen Rechten und Pflichten, die damit einhergehen.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that. The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Mr. Holmes, ist eine höchst interessante Patientin und eine ideale Testperson, um einige meiner Theorien zu überprüfen. Ich werde versuchen, sie wiederholt in die traumatische Situation zu versetzen, die ihr eigener geistige Krankheit vorherging. Ich bin überzeugt davon, dass ein erneutes Erleben dieses Moments ihrem Verstand die Gelegenheit verschaffen wird, das Geschehene zu akzeptieren. In letzter Instanz wird sich ihr Geist auf diese Weise selbst heilen. Zudem ist es ein Glücksfall für mich, Zeit mit der Familie Holmes verbringen zu können. Vielleicht kann ich so die Vererbbarkeit von psychischen Eigenschaften, gleich ob Stärken oder Schwächen, untersuchen. Ich kann jetzt bereits festhalten, dass alle Familienmitglieder eine ungewöhnliche hohe Intelligenz aufweisen. Offenbar hat der Zustand von Mrs. Holmes auch bei ihrem jüngeren Sohn Sherlock etwas ausgelöst. Aufgrund des Schutzverhaltens des älteren Sohnes kann ich zwar keine ordentliche medizinische Untersuchung durchführen, doch es hat den Anschein, dass der Junge an anhaltenden Halluzinationen in Form eines imaginären Freundes, den er John nennt, leidet. Ah, John ist imaginär, seht ihr? Brief von Otto Richters Bruder. Lieber Bruder, wie ich gehört habe, bist du vor kurzem auf Cordona eingetroffen. Hast du schon versucht, Zeit für einen Besuch zu finden? Mir fehlen unsere anregenden Gespräche, auch wenn wir niemals einer Meinung waren. Auf Cordona gibt es eine sehenswürdige neue Kunstgalerie, in die ich jeden Donnerstag gehe. Treffen wir uns doch am besten dort. Oh, und frag nicht nach Klaus. Den Namen benutze ich nicht mehr.
The full plate armour of Sir Robert Saunford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Armour is armour, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man. And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets. Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons. Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him. Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down. This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake. 1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire.
Eine fast leere Flasche. Die Analyse ergab, dass es sich bei der unbekannten Substanz um ein Halluzinogen handelt, das aus Pilzen gewonnen wurde.
When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days?
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand. Officer Luciano J. Placido. Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting.
Brief von einem Richter. Sehr geehrter Mr. Holmes, für Ihre Unterstützung bei meiner jüngsten persönlichen Angelegenheit bin ich Ihnen zutiefst Dank verpflichtet. Ich schaudere bei dem Gedanken daran, was alles hätte passieren können, wenn nicht Ihr gutes Auge und Ihr scharfer Verstand gewesen wären. Seien Sie versichert, dass Sie es Seien Sie versichert, dass Sie es, sollten sich unsere Wege wieder kreuzen, mit einem zutiefst dankbaren Freund zu tun haben werden. Ehrenwerter Richter McDougall.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April 1869.
Gerichtliche Vorladung, Mr. Mycroft Holmes. Hiermit möchten wir Sie darüber informieren, dass das Gerichtsverfahren gegen Dr. Otto Richter in der Sache Todesfall Mrs. Violet Holmes unter der Leitung des ehrenwerten Richters McDougall stattfinden wird. Ihrem Auftrag auf Ausschluss der Öffentlichkeit wurde stattgegeben. Zusätzlich möchten wir Sie darüber in Kenntnis setzen, dass die Anklage in der Verhandlung gegen Dr. Richter Sie als Hauptzeugen angegeben hat. Sie haben sich zu den umseitigen angegebenheiten Zeitpunkten am Strafgericht Cordona einzufinden.
I'm starting to remember something. Another. I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue. Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
So, jetzt müssen wir kombinieren.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it. Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if... A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it? I think this is what we're looking for.
We made it. So what's there?
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favourite. Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Geschenk der Queen. Eine halbvolle Flasche eines edlen Single Malt Whisky. Microsofts Lieblingswhisky. Wir fanden die Flasche in einer verschlossenen Schreibtischschublade im Kuriositätenkabinett, zusammen mit zahlreichen wichtigen Dokumenten. Erwähnenswert ist, dass es sich offenbar um ein Geschenk Ihrer Majestät Königin Victoria höchst selbst handelt.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met. Otto Richter. This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Mycrofts Nachforschungen. Otto Richter ist 45 Jahre alt und entstammt einer angesehenen Familie aus Bern in der Schweiz. Unverheiratet, kinderlos. Praktizierender Arzt mit einem Abschluss der Universität Genf in der Schweiz. Die Promotion hat sich um ein Jahr verzögert, da es bei einem Praktikum zu einem kleineren Skandal gekommen war. Seine Eltern starben 1863 an der Cholera. Sein Halbbruder Klaus, 35 Jahre alt, ist der einzige verbliebene Verwandte. Der aktuelle Aufenthaltsort von Klaus Richter ist nicht bekannt. Zuletzt wurde er auf Cordona gesehen.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them.
Ein sonderbares Gespräch. Es geschah kurz nach dem Vorfall in Violets Zimmer am 9. April. Sherry wollte im Kuriositätenkabinett mit Artefakten spielen und natürlich begleitete ich ihn. Dort wurden wir dann unfreiwillig Zeuge eines hitzigen Gesprächs zwischen Mycroft und Otto Richter. Sherrys Bruder war aufgebracht. Er war sich sicher, dass Dr. Richter seine Mutter falsch behandelt hatte und sich dies nun zeigte. Er nannte Dr. Richter einen Scharlatan.
I heard a noise in the hall. Let's check it out. Sherry, look! We've got a parcel here. Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Werner Vogels Einladung. Lieber Mr. Holmes, ich erwarte Sie auf Kurt Mancinos Anwesen in der Türkis Lon N. gegenüber der Abtei von Cordona im nördlichen Teil von Grand Surrey. Kommen Sie unverzüglich. Sollten Sie keine Zeit haben, müssen Sie trotzdem unbedingt kommen. Ihr treuer Freund Werner Vogel. PS, ich sende Ihnen auch das passende Kostüm, damit Sie ohne Schwierigkeiten hineinkommen. Ich hoffe, die Größe stimmt.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Und das wird jetzt, glaube ich, der vorletzte Fall sein. Wir gucken nochmal bei Garderobe. Nee. Ich habe so viele hier. Das ist richtig.
Extra, extra! Dilemma in deluso. A seance ends with a death. A lord arrested.
That was the third.
Hello.
Ich hänge.
Lovely to see you.
I'm hungry.
So.
That was the third in a row. That was the third in a row. That was the fuck.
Die Show gestohlen. In Grand Surrey wurde während Zaubervorstellungen in 3 Häuser eingebrochen. Die Polizei geht der Sache nach, bisher jedoch offenbar ohne Erfolg.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
Oha.
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's
Ah ja.
elite?
Leute, wartet mal eben kurz. Das ist wichtig. Wir sehen, hören uns gleich wieder. Müssen wir kurz unterbrechen. Bin gleich wieder da. Augenblick. Kann jetzt etwas dauern. der Christopher gemacht? Weiß ich jetzt nicht. Alles klar. So, wieder da, Freunde. Ah, ich muss mal eben einen Schluck trinken. War der Christopher, der Pfleger für meinen Opa. Und der ist immer so nett und so lieb und alles. Und dem mussten wir jetzt auch die Bubi-Story erzählen, dass der gestorben ist. Und ja, ne, so wie das halt ist. So, jetzt trinke ich erstmal einen Schluck. Weil das war auch so. Ich lese ja Gaming-Zeitschriften. Und damit ich die nicht wegbringen muss zum Müll, bin ich die mal wieder losgeworden. Der Christopher nimmt mir die ab und liest die dann weiter. Und ja, so ist das entstanden. So. Ich muss noch einmal aufstehen, Nase putzen. Nochmal. So. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich hier soll, ehrlich gesagt.
Curtains do not guarantee privacy.
And you still need a crack despite being ethereal.
Wo ist Werner Vogel? Hier geht's noch nicht weiter.
One of these books must open a secret passage. I know it.
Aha.
Sherlock! Friend! I wasn't sure you'd come.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. A time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
Das wäre fahrlässig.
My mind is my most valuable asset and a finely tuned instrument. I will not risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next, visit the victims, ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
Ich möchte das Getränk untersuchen.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
Nancho's had to enforce the masks after the scandal. Nancho's had to enforce the mask.
Klatschpresse. Gäste sprachen von einem Skandal während eines der früheren Feste. Vizegouverneur Cowden wurde damals von seiner Gattin in Spee, einer preußischen Herzogin, mit einigen jungen Männern erwischt. Auch wenn die geplante Hochzeit aus politischen Beweggründen arrangiert worden war, schienen die Gefühle der Herzogin durchaus echt zu sein. Der Vorfall sorgte für eine diplomatische Krise zwischen Cordona und Preußen. Obwohl letztendlich nur einige Protestschreiben ausgetauscht wurden, entließ der Gouverneur seinen Stellvertreter.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. One more piece, and I can expose these base hedonists.
Vogel's gallery has a backer, I see.
Da ist der Vogel. Oh.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
This crude tattoo partially covers as slave branding. A blunt force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood. This golden handle has a bloodstain on it. The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it. The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart. He died right here. An open wound spoiled the carpet. Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion. Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened. Why don't people tidy up after themselves? The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it. Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain. Identical to the robes the guests are wearing. This is a different ritual.
Anweisung für ein Ritual. Ich fand Anweisung für eine Art Ritual, die mit einer Mitteilung von Mr. Machios beginnen. Lesen Sie diesen Text und merken Sie sich den Ablauf. Machios. Die nackte Frau ist auf dem Altar in Blüten gebettet. Sie symbolisiert Gaia, die Mutter Erde. Derjenige, der das Ritual leitet, reibt ihren Körper mit Öl ein, um ihrer inneren Fruchtbarkeit zu erwecken. Die Teilnehmer sollten hier anfangen zu singen und nach dem Mann rufen, der Gaia zu befriedigen vermag. Dann betritt der Mann, der das Prinzip des Lebens repräsentiert, die Bühne und beginnt den Geschlechtsakt mit der Frau. Mr. Mancinos Mitteilung. Ignorieren Sie nicht die Gäste, Matista, und hören Sie auf damit, sie zu langweilen. Sie wollen nichts über Ihren Unsinn wissen, sondern hören, wie wundervoll Sie sind und wie freizügig Sie ihnen gegenüber sein können. Ihre Aufgabe lautet, die Gäste zufriedenzustellen und das Leben zu feiern. Vergessen Sie nicht, jeder Gast zahlt eine beträchtliche Summe, um in Ihrer Gesellschaft zu sein. Mancius.
How can anyone accept such behaviour?
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal. Props, decorations and tools for a more detailed set. Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains. The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars. This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Fabio war das Opfer eines Ritualmords. Fabio wurde während eines okkulten Rituals auf dem Altar geopfert.
This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Aha, aha, aha.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. A bloody handprint on an armchair. The wounded person was here for some time. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar. Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Manchos. The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
Wer ist Mr. Manchios?
Mr. Manchos is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Wie haben Sie die Leiche gefunden?
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were...
Filling time?
Waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Kannten Sie das Opfer?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
War die Tür auf?
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Erzählen Sie mir von dem Ritual.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, Their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Erzählen Sie mir vom Ritual.
Let me see what I can do about all this. What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. 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 You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Die Tatperson hatte einen Schlüssel. Die Tatperson muss im Besitz eines Schlüssels gewesen sein, da sie den Altarraum abgeschlossen hat. Fabio war das Opfer eines Ritualmords. Fabio wurde während eines okkulten Rituals auf dem Altar geopfert. Das Ritual diente der Verschleierung. Das Ritual wurde inszeniert, um das wahre Mordmotiv zu verschleiern.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all. The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Sherlock, don't forget to find the information I need before the guests leave.
Could you help me?
No, I've never heard of it. But I can help you with something else.
My goodness, Sherlock, they made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine.
Cahors, is it a guess?
Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid.
Ready for the big whirlwind?
Danny is around.
let me see that stallion up close.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
I've worked up an appetite since the last party.
Oh, there's beauties. Manches is the best, as always. Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Wer hatte Zugang zum Altarraum?
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos? Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
Wo finde ich Santos und Matista?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
Was? Die Polizei ist da. Und er ist in Handschellen.
Look at you. Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand and apologise for the inconvenience.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasised it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig? Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
Sie kannten meine Mutter?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
Treffen wir eine Abmachung.
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then, partner.
We should have listened to the guests there. Now I have nothing to write about.
Ja, Johns Herausforderung verloren. Das war klar. Aber was sollte ich über die Gäste noch herausfinden? Ein Mord ist ja schließlich schon passiert. So, und da, meine lieben YouTubies, machen wir das nächste Mal weiter. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß beim Zuschauen. Entschuldigt mich bitte die kleine Unterbrechung, die wir hatten. Und ja, wir sehen uns dann am Freitag wieder. Bis Freitag. Tschüss.